Hey everyone. So I have not vlogged at all this week. Today is Friday. It is Friday. Oh, it has just been a busy week. I did do a grocery haul on Wednesday though. So I did do that, but that isn't even fully done because we still have to go to Sam's Club. And I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. And just every single day has been pretty busy. So it's just a normal school day here. Every day, like I've had to go and do something, whether it's errands or something for the kids. I mean, you mamas know, right? But today, I don't have any plans to leave the house. So normal school day, we're about to sit down and do school is what I have on the agenda. I do want to start a loaf of bread, y'all. Let me tell you what happened yesterday, okay? So we were home. I did have something in the afternoon though. So we were home for the morning, did school yesterday. Didn't film anything. Let me tell you what I did. I was wanting to make a loaf of bread, okay? Sourdough bread. I have not had great success with the artesian loaves of sourdough bread. I keep trying and it's floppy, like it's not holding its structure. So my guess is I'm overproofing somehow. I don't know how I'm doing it. Okay, all that to say. So I looked up a sourdough discard recipe for an artesian loaf. So I did that yesterday. And it sat and it's supposed to sit from anywhere from 2 to 12 hours. Busy day, left the house. The older kids were home and they inevitably were cooking something. I don't know exactly what they cooked, okay? But I put my bowl of dough that was set to rise on the stove, okay, the back burner. It was in a metal, like stainless steel bowl. I had the light on just for a warm area for it to rise, right? So finally, after getting home, after, all this stuff, I'm like, all right, I got to finish this loaf of bread and get it in the oven for dinner. I went to flop it out. It had cooked in the stainless steel bowl. It wasn't fully done. It was doughy in the center, but all on the bottom layer was very much cooked. I was like, okay, it tasted good. So I ended up putting it in the oven, trying to finish cooking it, and then we ate. It was a very, very rustic loaf of bread.
It was like croutons.
The top part was croutons because I put it in with the roasted vegetables. It tasted good. All that to say, gonna try to redeem myself again and do another loaf, but I just thought that was hilarious that I don't think that they turned that burner on. I think the older girls cooked something on the front burner.
They cooked rice and macaroni.
They did yesterday. And just the warmth of the stove ended up cooking the bread. So there you go. Okay. So just funny flops that happen around. Like I had a pot roast in the crock pot all day, roasted vegetables, gonna have homemade bread. We still ate a good bit of it, what was edible, but anyways, it happened. So I'm gonna try to do that again today, because if I can conquer that, maybe eventually I won't need the yeast, or I can do a full sourdough loaf versus a sourdough discard, which a sourdough discard honestly is perfectly fine with me. Seems a little easier too.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
Okay, so I am in between students. So this morning we did not get to our reading time, so we are gonna do that here in a minute, and then I will, not everybody was up and moving, and Reagan was, so I sat down with her. So I recently have gotten a lot, she can use it, that's fine. I've recently been getting a lot of questions regarding homeschool and just kind of the how we do it. Y'all, it's a juggling act. I still don't have it all figured out. With that said, I do have a playlist on homeschooling. It's like one of the first videos I ever did. I will link that in the description box below of just some ideas of how to homeschool, especially with little kids underfoot. My biggest piece of advice is to include them as much as possible. So for instance, this morning I was sitting with Reagan. We did all of her subjects. She got it done. She was, she just did great. There was no distractions. Basically, and Kinley always wants to sit with me. She will sit here through all the kids that I'm working with. So I'm just doing little stuff off to the side with her. I have folder games, you know, preschool books, and even a dry erase board. You can say hi, you like doing school. Yep. And then a group of kids is sitting in the living room playing a game. They did that on their own. So they are, you know, kind of entertaining themselves as I rotate through kids. Sometimes it looks like, you know, sit on my lap. Sometimes it looks like, you know, I sit with more than one kid at a time. We need to do your hair today, girlfriend. And sometimes it just looks like I work with one kid at a time. So today it looks like it's one kid at a time with a toddler as well. But I am going to sit down and do the read aloud. So basically, remember your why. It is, you know, important to know why you are putting forth this work, but not every day goes, you know, picture perfect, and that is perfectly fine. You know, meeting the kids where they are with the needs that they have, and stuff happens, you know. So another thing that I've gotten a lot is like our homeschool room. Y'all, that is just for storage. Like, it is not for us to do school with. It is to hold all the stuff, and we grab our books. And then my dining room table often looks like this, huh?
Every day.
Every day. And then we put them up whenever it's time to, you know, have lunch or dinner. Sometimes it's still here at dinner time. And then we put them up and then we get them back out. It's just what works for us. You having a snack?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I've got warm water and yeast that is got to sit for 5 minutes. I need a half a cup of sourdough starter, which this I fed yesterday. So I say sourdough discard is what that is. And then I will add that flour, salt, stir, and then it sits. And hopefully it will not cook in this bowl again. This is what it cooked in, sitting on top of the stove. It's just so funny. All right, got all that together. I need to go find a tea towel. It is very hard to find towels in this house. All right, I got one. All right, get this covered, let it sit and rise. All right, bread update. This is looking good. So this is a no knead bread. So I don't have to do stretch and folds or anything. So it's just gonna sit here. It says to sit for anywhere from 2 to 12 hours. I will probably give it just a little bit longer and then I will go ahead and bake it. Yeah, they won't be ready for a little bit. They gotta grow for a few months. So, 10 days. I'm outside and I wanted to show y'all our potatoes are sprouting. I'm excited because I was honestly nervous that this wouldn't work. Still doesn't mean that we're going to get a huge yield, but the first step is them sprouting. So there's one potato sprout. I honestly haven't, well, we did have some rain. Yep. But I haven't even watered this much. And then there's some potato sprouts. You got your flowers down there, Kinley. And there, and that one's sprouting. I believe these are the red potatoes.
Yeah, these are the red ones.
The yellow ones aren't sprouting yet. But hopefully they will soon. What do you have?
He said it smells like strawberries.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. They're beautiful.
Say you're welcome. Yeah. I want some of yours. No. Don't take ours.
That is so exciting. So once the sprouts get just a little bit bigger, I'm going to start layering it with some straw as a really thick layer of mulch. That's what, yes, oh, that's so sweet. That's what I had read with the Ruth Stout method, is that you just want to keep layering the hay. Keep layering the straw, not the hay. Kinley planted her flowers in our bed. Ooh, bright spot. So I was out here earlier. That's whenever I showed y'all the potato sprouts. And we are getting the small chicken coop ready for the baby chicks. It's time for them to move out. They grow so fast. It is just amazing to me. And we're kind of making a makeshift mini run for them so that they can get some grass and stuff too. So we've been working on that. But whenever I was over here, I forgot to show y'all the arbor that Nathan finished. All right, here is the arbor all complete. I absolutely love it. I think he did such a good job just by looking at a picture that I showed him on Pinterest. So this is a little bit different than what the picture that I showed him as far as the flower beds go. We kind of just made that up on our own. I honestly had envisioned a smaller flower bed, but I'm not going to say no to bigger flower beds. So these flower beds on each side are 4 feet by 4 feet squares off of it. And eventually we're going to make a gate for it as well. But my plan is to plant climbing roses on each side. And then obviously I have room to add some other stuff, which will probably, you know, more than likely be flowers, maybe some herbs. But I love it. I'm so thankful. He did such a good job. All right, little chicken plans. So we are putting them in the smaller coop until they are big enough to go in with the big chickens. So our big coop is plenty big enough for all of them. But for now, this is what we're doing. All right, so we got the coop all set up, and then we put some hardware cloth around with some T-post and post to just hold it up, and this way that the little chicks can have some grass. We are going to put chicken wire over the top too, because we do have hawks that fly over, and while they're small, we just want to keep them protected. And then, you know, once they outgrow this, and this will also be a way to integrate them with the bigger flock as well, because our bigger flock, you know, free range, and so they'll be able to see them and stuff. And then they will all move into the big hoop coop. All right, get some grass.
I think it feels good.
Look at that, chicks. So Jackson thinks 5 of them might be roosters. So that will be
this one, this one, this one.
Yeah, I see it. All right, well.
Mama, now we did the craft box.
That would be funny.
Mama, now
I'm in a little bit, baby.
Let's go in your home.
So you're putting it in there. I wonder if we should put them in the coop just so that they...
Well, when it comes to night, if they're not in there, we'll just put them in there.
Okay.
Mommy, Mom, can I possibly do that?
Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, excuse my messy room, but I ain't got time to clean my room. Every day I said, you know, this morning, like there's just something every single day, which is fine. It's fine. So, normal day, wasn't supposed to go anywhere. Unfortunately, Taylor left for work. So, in case y'all are new here, she's our oldest, she's 18. She works, she's going to college, and she was on her way to work and she broke down. And we have been having issues with her car. It broke down, I don't know, not that long ago. Anyways, she broke down. And she was in traffic, like rush hour traffic. So then I was in traffic to go get her. So it took me forever to go get her. And you know, when your baby's like, they need you. Like, I just could not get through that traffic fast enough. So I immediately left to go help her. So she actually got stuck at a red light. And, you know, people are not patient anymore, y'all. People are blaring their horns because why isn't this car going? Just give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, she literally couldn't go. Her car would not go. It was like I don't know. It was stuck. And then it started smoking really bad. And some people got out of their cars, thankfully, and did help her. So I say that, you know, there was impatient people, but there was 2 or 3 people who did stop and help her. Praise the Lord. I am so thankful to them. So I know I sounded snarky about people being patient, but they still need to be patient. But I'm very thankful for the people who were patient and helped her get out of, you know, the main street onto a side street. And one of them was a lady, and she was really worried because of how bad her car was smoking, that she just wanted Taylor out of the vehicle. So, and it actually was right in front of a tire store. And so the people at the tire place helped Taylor as well. Until I got there, they assessed the vehicle for her. They said we can look, they thought it was a transmission. I said that they could look at it. It'd be like a $10, what was it called? Assessment or something. And so Taylor's calling me, what do I do? I was like, just do it, girl. It's fine. Anyways, long story short, it's not the transmission. It's a blown head gasket, which is like, I don't know which is worse, transmission, blown head. I have no idea. They both are bad. Neither one of them's good. Anyways, they actually didn't charge us anything. So her car is still there. We will somehow get it home this weekend. So long story short, she needs a new vehicle. Oh, it's just a lot. So we will be juggling 2 cars again until we figure this out, which, you know, I mean, is perfectly fine. It gives me an excuse to just stay home, huh? Anyways, just a lot and very stressful and overwhelming especially for Taylor, you know, to be stuck, in the middle of a very busy road. Oh, but then rush hour traffic to get, so I was probably at the tire place with her waiting for her vehicle to be assessed for probably an hour. So we came home, so she missed work. Came home, and thankfully my other older girls were here. So they finished up dinner. I had already had dinner prepped, which was good, like in the process of cooking and stuff. So they just kind of finished up for me. So very thankful for that too. Anyways, we are about to eat dinner. I am hungry. It's now 6:20, so not too terribly late, but I think I left here at like 3:45. So yeah, anyways, all good times, good fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, but so be praying that we find a good vehicle for her. It's a lot. Right, thankful that my older girls helped finish up dinner. So we have roasted broccoli, roasted squash and zucchini, and then I tried for the first time making a brisket. And then here's the sourdough loaf, which the kids have been getting into. And then we also are having rice. I got a small brisket because I honestly just wasn't sure, one, how to cook it. I kind of was just inspired whenever I was at the meat market for whatever reason. One, it was pretty easy. I put it in the oven with seasonings on it, covered in foil on 300 it was a 2-pound brisket for 2 hours. And honestly, I did all the prep and Payton put it in the oven. You did it for 2 hours, right, Payton? And it's done. It's very tasty, but it's smaller than what I thought. So definitely not gonna stretch, but we do have pot roast left over from last night. So I'm heating that up and we will have that as well. So side note, need a bigger brisket or get 2 of them. For some reason, I had in my mind that it was 3 pounds, but whenever I got it out, it was 2. But anyways, it'll be fine. If anything, yeah, I'm gonna let the kids eat and Nathan, and if I don't have the meat, it is perfectly fine. But we got rice going, and then Taylor's making black beans. She wanted some black beans to go along with it, so that is dinner. Oh, so we are creatures of habit, especially when it comes to food. Nathan and I both are not real adventurous eaters. I do like to try different recipes and stuff sometimes, and I do like more pasta dishes than Nathan does.
30 seconds.
I would do a minute. Thank you. So trying to just step out of that a little bit, and thought I'd try my hand at a brisket, and I would say I would definitely do it again. It was pretty easy and it's pretty tasty. It's similar to a pot roast.
It's really good.
Yep, Reagan likes it. It's been a little bit different of a day than what I had anticipated. Didn't always go like that, but anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. We are just gonna clean up after dinner and just veg for the evening. Nathan's actually working late. He is still at work, so yeah, you know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will see y'all in the next video.